right, good morning and welcome once again to Channel 196 on Star Times. This is Cool TV. My name is DAPO BANJO, and I have with me in the studio ISHIOMA, and we will be doing the show together. This is Crossfire, and we have very important and very trending stories to share with you on the show. And then we definitely will be coming up with a package for you on unemployment in Nigeria, the causes and possible solutions during the Buhari administration. Since one of the major things that he intends to achieve in his tenure is to ensure that unemployment becomes something of the past. ISHIOMA, how are you doing today?
Good, thank you. Good morning and welcome to Crossfire.
All right, it's a Wednesday and it's the first day in the month of July. And don't forget, as usual, it's become a culture. My phone has just been buzzing all morning. People telling me, Happy New Month, Happy New Month. And we want to say Happy New Month to everybody who is watching us and those people who intend to watch us and they couldn't. Peradventure, there was no electricity. And so you definitely, one way or the other, we get to catch up with us as you join us on Facebook, on Twitter, and be a part of the show. This is your show. This is our show. We do it together. It's about our country, Nigeria, and it concerns every citizen of this nation. Our first major story today is something that is a bit funny, but myself and ISHIOMA, I don't know what position she's going to take, but I just feel that something probably went wrong somewhere, and that notwithstanding, is a story that I just love to share with you. Jega, Atayiru Jega, I mean the INEC chairman, it was his last day in office yesterday, and so when he was leaving office yesterday, he bowed out of office as the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission. And President Muhammadu Buhari subsequently or consequently appointed Mrs. Amina Bala Zakari as the acting chairman of INEC. Mrs. Zakari, the first female to occupy the position in an acting capacity, was until yesterday a National Electoral Commissioner at INEC. A statement issued by the Director of Communications in the Office of the Head of Service yesterday, Aruna Imrana, on behalf of the head of state, Danladi Chinkafi, confirmed the appointment that, okay, Mrs. Zakari will be taking over the mantle going forward. Anyway, she's still in the acting capacity. Professor Jega was appointed the chairman of the commission, I mean, you will remember, by former President Goodluck Jonathan on the 30th of June 2010. He conducted the 2011, the 2015 elections. And I mean, as everybody knows, that we have a monumental election that took place in the history of our country, Nigeria, and that's the 2015 elections, and you know the rest of the story. Now, yesterday, something very dramatic happened. It was Atayiru Jega's last day in office yesterday. And, you know, when he was leaving the office, I mean, information, that was circulated almost immediately at the early hours. No, it's not. At the early hours. It wasn't. Okay. It made news. I saw it on major television stations and all of that. Anyway, that was what I saw. And to be very sincere with you, I read the story, and what actually happened was that Atayiru Jega handed over to Wali, Muhammad Wali. You know, that was the National Electoral Commission. I think he worked in Sokoto or so. And just a few hours after, the presidency issued, you know, a statement and saying Mrs. Zakari is the person to take over from Atayiru Jega. I would have expected that between the president and Atayiru Jega, there should have been at least maybe a short meeting or a passage of information, you know, saying that, okay, President, since the appointment is a government appointment, my tenure ends on Tuesday. We've been saying this, I mean, forever, throughout this year, that Atayiru Jega has a very limited time. I mean, immediately after conducting the 2015 elections, everybody knew that he was going to bow out. And you would have expected that there would be a proper handshake as to who is taking over from him. When he did not hear any information from the government, he eventually handed over to somebody that he feels
as regards the office, you know, their offices, the respective offices which they hold. Yeah. Mrs. Zakari and Mr. Wali, who do you think is most senior to each other?
In terms of seniority, I may not know, but Professor Jega officially handed over, you know, the leadership to the of the commission to Ambassador Muhammad Wali. Even though Wali on paper, we heard that by August is supposed to retire too, and all of that. I guess what Professor Atari Jega wanted to achieve was to just, I mean, do you think what I'm saying?
On the issue, I really don't know why we're making so much issue out of this.
It's because you're not getting the story.
No, because I am. Because the president overrode, because he overrode, you know, the handover which Professor Tahiru Jega already did. But you should also understand that as regards appointing, such appointments, it's for the president. So if the president came out and he probably had the president had so many reasons.
Has an information before handing over to Muhammad Wali?
I don't know. I do not know, and I do not want to make. I wouldn't want to make such speculations on national TV.
If he had.
But the truth still remains that Mr. President, whatever it is he did within his jurisdiction. Whatever he did wasn't against. So it is on prerogative to appoint whoever it is he feels it will be perfect for the job, and that is what he did. So I don't know why we're fighting over this.
There is no fight, Ishoma. Get this story right. I am saying that this is still an issue with the character or the pace at which PMB is going about running this country. There is no way. Professor Atari Jega, hold on. Professor Atari Jega is not a numbskull. He's not an entity.
True. Of course, very true.
He would not do anything contrary to what the government wants. If Mrs. Zachary has been communicated to him, he would not have handed over to Muhammad Wali in the first place as acting, in the acting capacity.
Well, whatever it is he did, now let me put myself in, you know, Professor Tahiru Jega's shoes. Whatever it is he did was probably because he didn't know that the president already has someone in mind. But mind you, it's not the president's business to begin to call him to sit down and say, okay, Jega, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do that. Yes, they should be communicating. But whatever it is, you know, Professor Jega did, he did within, which was good. Probably in the interim, pending when the president appoints somebody, you stand in, you look at the handover notes and all of that. And what is wrong if the president subsequently appointed somebody? Because I am very sure if the president did not appoint, today, right now, what we'll be seeing on the front pages of the paper will be PMB slips on such appointments, and now Jega has handed over to someone else without the president acting up or living up to his responsibilities. So I think we should rather focus on, is she capable of handling the job? Is she capable of doing, because if you look at the 2015 elections, there were so many loopholes which INEC they faced. So the issue right now should be, what you and I should be discussing right now as priority should be, can she capitalize with the little time she has in office, probably as acting, or if it to be made permanent later, can she focus and give Nigerians the true dividends of democracy by giving us our card, by giving us our cards and all of that, our permanent voters card, and putting all the necessary measures in place. That's what we should be focusing on.
No, we should not. You see, the reason why you are thinking like that is because you just want to overlook the weakness that Nigerians are getting afraid of coming from the president. It was an overthought. Let me read this story. Let me read this story to you. Atari Jega has been in that position since June 30th, 2010. And he has chaired, this office, and he has conducted successfully the 2015 elections, and he knows exactly what obtains in the office where he occupies. I am saying, look at what he said. His successor, this was the story build-up. I just want to pick, a paragraph there. He said that his successor, Ambassador Wali, hails from Sanyema town in Tambuwa local government area of Sokoto State, northwest Nigeria. Before his appointment, whose appointment now? Wali, as INEC National Commissioner, Ambassador Wali was an associate professor at the Department of Political Science.
For you to sufficiently call it an appointment, the president has to put pen to paper.
That is
for you to successfully define that as an appointment. Now, mind you, that did not happen. So I wouldn't want to call it an appointment. I rather want to call it a nomination. I rather want to call it a nomination. He was probably nominated by Jega in the interim. It's like saying think if the both of us, while on set, I probably step out temporarily. And then somebody comes and says, okay, please, can you handle this? Take this document for me. Give it to ISHIOMA. The person did not appoint you as a custodian of that document. The person only nominated you because they saw you on ground. Okay. Please keep this in good faith until ISHIOMA returns.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
The question is this. I'm leaving an office. Yeah. I'm Atairu Jega. I'm leaving an office. The president probably, in his dreams, is thinking of Mrs. Zachary taking over from INEC.
Yes.
Far adventure. He dreamt about it. Or he's penned down somewhere. Don't you think before Tuesday...
her character and her reputation.
I want to ask you, I'm building up a question I want to ask you. Now, shouldn't there be a proper handshake between the person going out and the person that is supposed to come in?
Well, if that didn't happen, then why should we make that priority?
Huh.
No way. Because you know what?
Is this how offices should be taken? Somebody didn't get a proper briefing.
The truth
it simply means there was no interface between Atairu Jega and Mrs. Zachary.
She didn't get a proper briefing. Mind you, there is something they call handover note.
Yeah? He handed it over to Muhammad Wali.
Exactly. As a custodian in the interim, pending when Mr. President
you are building the story up in your head.
When he uses his prerogative to appoint whoever he deems fit. I recall when Professor Atairu Jega was appointed, people said, oh no, why would you appoint him? He's not fit for it. He's not 100%. So, he doesn't have all it takes to handle the job. Mari Sewood, he did that, he did this, and people made all sorts of noise and comments. But at the end of the day, we can now sit and look back and say, well, Professor Atairu Jega was not a bad choice either. So I think right now we shouldn't just heat up the politics.
This is not heating up the politics. This is a full story, ISHIOMA. I'm challenged. I'm surprised that you are taking this position on this story.
It's my opinion because you shouldn't be bothered. It's my opinion, and I think we're
this is a full story.
It's a full story. It was a full story yesterday.
To the extent that it was concluded that Muhammad Wali was going to be in office since till the time he retires also in August.
Well,
everything about INEC was handed over to him.
As far as I am concerned, I don't think you and I should dwell on this so much. I don't think Nigeria should dwell.
It is actually a shot for the PMB administration. That there is no proper handshake. An institution like INEC, as sensitive as it is,
as Nigerians,
very important that we have a build-up
as Nigerians right now, for us to have a nation that will grow beyond the ranks and the issues we're facing. I think it's necessary for us to begin to look at the most important things.
And the most important thing,
is gambling with
Nigeria.
This issue, the most important thing that regards this issue is, can she do the job? What's her pedigree? Can she do the job?
I don't know.
That's important for us. That is what we should be investigating.
That's the more reason why Atairu Jega probably handed over to somebody that he knows is capable.
He handed over to someone.
Did you read the pedigree of Muhammad Wali?
Mr. President has a higher prerogative as far as this issue is concerned. He has exercised it. There's nothing we can do. We can only cry, or we can only complain to the Supreme Court, which is being held by God.
Even when he's going wrong.
This is not about...
Seriously, even when it's going wrong.
I'm not seeing anything wrong here.
But it's okay.
I am not seeing anything wrong here.
It's your opinion. Many things are wrong.
Well, it's my opinion.
How can somebody like Atairu Jega be leaving office and there's no proper handshake between the person taking over from him?
Is your problem the handshake?
The person was being
is your problem the handshake or the job? If your problem is the handshake, maybe we could just get a handshake on their behalf.
I'm not talking about handshake like that. The issue is the job. I'm talking about the proper handover process.
She is going to look at the document. That's why he has already prepared it. She will take a look at the document. She has worked in the commission. She knows the shortfall. She knows the shortfall of the commission. So I think it's for us to support her and encourage her to get her hands into the dirt and begin to do the job. That's it.
Okay, please. Let me just let me manage my emotions. By just not losing it.
Oh, please.
Because you just don't see that in action there.
But that's what we're different. That's what this is Crossfire. Good morning, Charles.
The action of the president. Good morning, Charles.
Hello.
Hello, Charles. Good morning.
Good morning, Dapo.
How are you doing today?
Welcome to Crossfire.
Good morning.
All right, thanks for calling. Let's have your talk.
Dapo, ISHIOMA, Otofi.
Ajesa. Come on.
See, why is ISHIOMA treated ISHIOMA is just confused like the DPC. That's just the truth. Because
really?
Because as a checker, want to retire. I just started yesterday, and the president don't know that the guy is retiring for you to take a look, oh, this is person we hand over to. So both of them, yes. For my own, they are all confused. They don't know what they are doing there.
In fact, PMB is confused.
Yes,
he's just gambling with Nigeria. Sincerely, that's my conclusion.
You should take that back.
I'm not taking it back. He's just gambling with Nigeria. He's not. I mean, I can't see any form of readiness. Sorry, Charles.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
You know, I mean, I can't see any form of readiness. Somebody is taking over INEC.
I think it's completely unfair to say that.
Somebody is taking over INEC, and that is the way it's going to be done. It's
Anyways, I think we should just move on to the next.
Anyway, let's take some of the stories, but let's not. Okay, we have Mayaki on the line. Good morning, Mayaki.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
Welcome
Great,
to
thank you for calling.
Seriously, I want to talk to ISHIOMA. ISHIOMA, you are being a communicator.
ISHIOMA.
I want to use Lai Mohammed's language. I don't know why you are just trying to cover this whole thing up. INEC is a very sensitive area in, seriously. Well, the program is okay, sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
You said, your body language said everything, Mayaki. Thank you very much.
But I think because INEC is a very, very sensitive organization, Mr. President definitely knows who would handle it best. He has done that. And I think for us, it's for us to begin to put a little fire for her to begin to do the job.
We are not
because
even talking about
if she wasn't competent,
we are not talking about the personality of the person that the president eventually appointed.
Do not say my president is confused.
Process.
Welcome, John. Good morning, Mr. John.
Good morning, John.
Hello. Good morning.
Hello, John.
Good morning.
My name, I'm calling from Oshogbo, Osun State.
Welcome, sir.
Thanks for calling. Welcome to
Crossfire. How are you for this morning? How are you?
Very well, thank you.
You are doing a very good job.
Thank you.
And you need to be commended. You are doing a very good job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The people of Osun State are very happy with your station.
Thank you very much.
I love the way you handle the unpaid salary. We are so happy with it.
Thank you very much.
Even though you took a little side with the Bola Lori, but we are happy at the end of the day. The issue you are discussing this morning is a very, very vital and germane issue. For Mr. DAPO, it's too early to start criticizing PNB. Please let us take it easy.
Okay, sir.
A mistake has been done. There should be a proper handshake before the handing over. I agree. But it's just too early. We are less than 2 months to the beginning of this administration. I want us to start to see very good things in Baba. At least there's something else. I call Buhari Baba because he's the oldest for now. So what I'm saying in essence is this. Atari Jeddah is supposed to call the president, brief the president. I'm handing over on June 30th. Should I hand over to the most senior officer, or do you have somebody in mind? These are very simple things to be done. But that as it's made, that it's not done, let's forget about those issues.
Okay.
It's too early. Let's give Baba the next 9 months to see the change.
All right.
Let's believe he has not stepped up his game because he's still looking for men that are good. Let's believe he has not stepped up his game because he's looking for men that can stand before the demagogue and will not be found wanting. So let's give him time. After 9 months, we will now undo him. The whole campaign promise is with us. The 5,000 money for the unemployed, we have them. The catalog of the promise, we have them with us. The unemployment allowance, the money they will pay to NYC after a year, the free meal per day, we are waiting. We just want to give them the 4 6 months. The way we will take them up, they will not like it if they fail to promise. Because if you watch channels this morning, at the right one, easy, and we have to take it easy. It's a transition.
All right.
Many issues have to be taken into cognizance. We have had enough time to plan.
All right. Thank you so very much for your contribution.
Thank you so much, Mr. John.
You know, anyway,
and thank you for loving Kuti.
Yeah, we have to proceed on a break now. But you know, the Yoruba people used to say something. I'll try and say it in English so that we can understand. A high that is going to sustain you for your lifetime will not, at the very early stage of your life, begin to bring out policies. Let's go on this break. When we come back, we'll still be here discussing about government and governance. We'll be right back.